This is an emergency piece of news, baby dolls. Donald Trump has now had an assassination attempt on him. I'm going to get you to watch the video. He is okay, but check this out now.
Something that said, take a look at what happened.
You can hear the gunshots in the background. And now I've got the follow-up videos where he's okay. He says, wait, wait, wait. Setting up the fist. Now we're going to come back down. This is him. He got shot in the ear. That's why, friends, wearing the wig. Of course, we've got to bring the wig out. Orange man good. Orange man good. Oh, man. By the way, friends, this is absolutely wild. I'm going to have some juicy news. This is obviously, friends, it's literally happening 30 minutes ago. Literally 30 minutes ago. Wild times. The crypto price action, oh, man, it was actually scary, friends. It was actually scary because I'm now getting to see this in real time. And what the markets initially did was they initially sold off, okay? I could change it to 1 minute and you can see this. Look at this assassination attempt. Look at this. They're like, oh, well, it's over. They heard about the news. Look, this is the theory. This is Bitcoin, right? It drops like 0.5%. But you can tell pretty much like, yeah, if the market kept sending down, they're like, oh, well, it's pretty much over. And then just start, look at this epic reversal. Bitcoin up 59,300. So this is exactly what we want to see. Orange man, good. The orange man is good. We gotta bring out the wig, of course, man. It's been sitting here the whole time. You think it's going away? It's not going away anywhere. All right. Oh man, this is wild times. Oh man, I'm not joking, friends. As I'm seeing this, as I watched it, and I'm just what was flashing before my eyes. All I was thinking about was all the times I told you guys. I go, look, man, a lot of like random, crazy, chaotic stuff is gonna happen, and you just make it to the end. When euphoria gets here and you'll be like, dude, how the hell did we make it? You're going to ask yourself that. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking like, oh my gosh, was it about to be literally all over for all of us? Because I'm serious, fans. I'm serious. This type of big stuff, okay, you got to think about, okay, the ramifications of things like this. I think what the market's doing now is, okay, Ethereum's almost at 3,200. I hope it keeps pushing up higher. I think it could start to price in a Donald Trump win even more aggressively, okay? I also saw some comments from, I think the first comment I saw was DIY investing, Donovan. Donovan was like, Trump just don't won the election. And pretty much I think a lot of people are saying that as well. And by the way, I now have a live tweet here. Elon Musk, I don't know if you heard of him, owns Twitter platform, okay? The space robot man. He's reposting the video on Twitter, and he says, I fully endorse President Trump and hope for his rapid recovery. Oh, there you go, dude. It's game over. We've won. Pretty much, he's won the election. He makes the election. He's pretty much won. And just to let me tell you this, okay? Elon Musk backing Trump. Remember, there's Elon Musk themed coins. Do you remember? I'm just. This is crazy. I know we're going to talk about our beautiful altcoins, friends. Okay. Elon Musk. Back in 2021, okay, just so everyone doesn't know, back in 2021, Elon was the sole reason why Doge caught on to the world with mass hysteria. He was the sole reason why, okay? And this is very important because he kept tweeting about Doge itself. So I'm going to show you the Doge USD chart right here. He kept tweeting about Doge. Okay, now this is a monthly chart, and he sent Doge literally 500x. So this is very important, okay? He sent Doge literally 500x. Now, obviously, it wasn't all of him, but it was insane, okay? Actually, from this moment, October 2020, there you go, around 270x, okay? So it's super critical to understand now. Now, a lot of the people in the rest of the world, because Elon, he's been out of the game. He knows, he's probably learned about the crypto cycle, okay? He's now out of favor now a bit. He's building rockets and doing other stuff, probably having like, you know, his 15th kid with like the 19th lady, right? Tell me how that works. Now, when it comes to what Elon likes, it's very important. It's very powerful. A lot of altcoin, network effects, stuff get built around what Elon likes. Just because he's literally one of the most popular men in the world. And remember, it makes sense now. You look at it, you're like, okay, well, if we are all trading network effects and everyone's trading, you know, Metcalfe's law, network effects and attention spans, well, whatever the most popular guy in the world with the, like, literally, how much followers does Elon have on Twitter? 190 million almost, 189.5 million followers. Okay, so that makes sense, right? You're like, wait, whatever he likes, it's going to 190 million people. Wow. So yes, okay, that's clear as day now. I go, okay, whatever he says, whatever comes out of his mouth, he is literally the biggest megaphone on earth, pretty much. Okay, one of the biggest megaphones on earth. So it makes sense for people to follow what he does. And if now he is thinking about, okay, Trump, he says, like, I've got to show you again, I fully endorse Trump. I fully endorse Trump, President Trump. So he's basically like, vote for this dude. Yes, okay, ramifications are big, okay, and remember, friends, man, it's just wild, man. How the hell did we get here? Man, my heart, I'm a bit shaky. I'm a bit shaky because I was just thinking, like, man, what if they got him? What if they got him? Who are they going to put in? Who are they going to put in, man? It's just like friends, you just never thought that, like, well, I used to read about, you know, the JFK assassination, all this other stuff, okay, for America, watch all the documentaries and stuff. I'm not gonna say. I know who did it. You know who the Kia did it. You know they did it. But the stuff he was going for, it was very obvious why they did it. The U.S. military complex. He wanted them to open the books with Russia as well. Want to open the books. What's the real books? The UFO tech. Right, a lot of the stuff. Now, I know I just say the word UFO. It sounds like crazy. And I don't know. It's super advanced stuff, friends. It all comes from like up somewhere else, okay? Pretty much comes from somewhere else. It's all inspired from somewhere else. It just makes sense that the military complex was, no. We're not sharing with those guys. This president, we're not doing any of this open stuff with the enemies. So, but it makes you think, right? Because we're listening to Orange Man Good, Mr. Donald Trump, and you're wondering, like we take it for granted because he's just saying stuff like, screw this guy, and it's fake news, media, and all this other stuff. So it is what it is. I guess it's going to be interesting now how the media paint out to be this crazed gunman stuff. Oh man, you wait and see. They're gonna dig up everything on this guy. Don't even know they found whoever it is. Okay, so everybody, this is close call. Man, let's gonna look back. If this crypto market pumps like a euphoria, we're like, you know, it was literally almost all over. If this bullet went 2 inches to the right. That's it. If it went 2 inches in, okay, oh my gosh. Well, not even 2 inches, 1 inch. 1 inch. Oh my gosh. Now, because this is an emergency broadcast and ex-president has been shot, I mean, this is just wild. Okay, so what are we going to do for the markets? Well, as always, friends, the others BTC chart, that is our North Star, and this is the others BTC, the ratio of it. Remember, this is pure altcoins versus Bitcoin. It is the most risk on compared to risk off in crypto. We want to see that ratio, okay? And it is a ratio. I also want to tell you something, right? So this is just a personal story for me. No, it's not really personal. I'm acting like I'm going to tell you something. Here's Bitcoin dominance, okay? So for a long time, I've just always drawn this. Whee! Now, why is Sommi growing? Why did I always draw that? It's because in the world, and I've made tweets about this, gold is 10 trillion. It's a bit higher than that. Okay, just say 10 trillion. Okay, 10 to 12 trillion. The stock market is 120 trillion. Okay, now it's really, I think, like 14 trillion to 140 trillion. But the point is, gold market cap versus the stock market, it's around 10%. Okay, it's around 10%. And you got to think about that. Gold is the oldest real money. You don't need to hold a gun to someone's head to tell somebody to keep gold. Okay, that's the difference between gold and US dollar stuff. Okay, US dollar and currency. So if you look at gold, okay, and remember there are no basically there's no gold shit coins. You know what I mean? Like there's gold companies, there's gold industry. There is, but it's not really like the stock market. Okay, they're all like super. It's like Bitcoins. The gold companies mining gold and all that stuff, that is exactly like the Bitcoin DeFi, the Bitcoin altcoins, where you're like, you know, we're not taking it really seriously. We're just here for a punt. You know what I mean? Like we can't even do that much with you. Okay. So like how many things can you make out of gold? You can't like make a gold Super Nintendo or anything, or gold Pokemon. Okay. There is gold version of Pokemon, but not actual thing based of gold. So they just have to like get the gold out and just mint it out. Okay. And just dump it. Okay, so gold, that ratio, think about that ratio, 10%. So I always imagined in my mind a long time ago, and I was thinking about this, friends, from literally back here. I was always thinking about that, like back in these times. I was thinking like, hey, if gold's dominance to the stock market is 10%, I wonder if the very long run, I'm talking about 2030s, I'm talking about all the way down. I wonder if over like the next 10 to 20 years, that's where Bitcoin's dominance is heading, around 10%, 10 to 20%. But I do believe, right, with the, how fast crypto moves, it might not have to wait that long. Look, the last one went like this. Okay, so actually we get to see the last alt season went like this much. Maybe this one comes like down to here, 30%. And then maybe, friends, in our bear market, something weird happens and we go again. Now, why would it do that? I don't know, but I'm just telling you just got a feeling that people are finding ways to basically hack and overcompete with Bitcoin in terms of like, how do we get people to like not sell? How do we get people? I just think they're going to keep chipping away at it because we're figuring stuff out, friends. Like just to give you an example, meme coins. Okay, now meme coins like Doge. Okay, Doge, it's been able to go up. Doge BTC. Now, of course, it's just one cycle, but you got to think about. People are thinking about like, hey, why do people hold that Doge part? Like, okay, there's a joke element theme about these things. So I wonder what the long-term ramifications are if people keep studying this and people keep trying to basically like slice and dice and chip away at the heels of Bitcoin over time. Okay, so that's pretty much it. But Bitcoin always, of course, is always going to be there, but it's dominance versus everything else. Okay, that's the most important part. So hopefully this Bitcoin dominance goes down. And if this Bitcoin dominance goes down, I want to show you as well. Like I think I saw a Market Sniper video. You remember Mr. Market Sniper? He's got it down, going like really aggressive, and then comes back down, does this. Now he doesn't know exact timing, but he's pretty much got it super aggressive. He also has a prediction, like he's like deeply contrarian, but not really. I mean, like I could see this coming a mile away years ago. He's basically saying Michael Saylor, Max Kaiser, they've peaked. He's pretty much saying their dominance has peaked. That they're in terms of the crypto industry, because they're gonna be now fading away over time. And he basically the language he uses is Bitcoin won't be, by the end of this thing, Bitcoin won't be the god market by itself anymore. And that might be true, friends. That might be true. We might find that there's Bitcoin and then it's sharing more with Ethereum. So you can imagine a world. We can imagine a world like, what if I told you Ethereum is like really, really, really high in the future? You're like, oh, I guess the speeds of the crypto industry, it used to be just 100% Bitcoin. Now it's like, like maybe 60% Bitcoin, now 40% Ethereum. You can see that over time. And then even as you go down, maybe in the next cycle after that, it's like 60% Bitcoin, 30% Ethereum, 10% another coin, right? So things are starting to like climb in. But that's how early we are to the industry. And the fact that we don't have it now, we don't even have a crypto index, that's actually most important, because right now it's actually too expensive for you and I to manage buying a crypto index, okay? But a crypto index would be very useful for most people coming in, because you would be able to bet on just like shit coins or the altcoin market. The problem though is a lot of them are complete junk, like absolute junk. And if you watch my videos, friends, you should watch my bull market strategy guide, which I've made. There's part 1 and part 2 here. Okay, so this is part 2. Part 1, best and ultimate bull market strategy guide. Part 1, part 2, really important. I go through the filters used if you go back 4 years ago, and we just looked at a snapshot of all the coins. And in the part 2, the follow-up is really, really good, because it looks like a myopic view for everyone. It looks like it's, oh man, it's really, really tough. A lot of people are doomed. Yes, but can we do some nice, gentle picking filters to kind of help us avoid all the scams? Yes, we can do that. And then we found out most, not all, but most of the non-friendly, right, Ethereum projects, so they're anti-Ethereum. Most of them suck ass. Most of them. So we use that filter over time to at least get closer and closer to being able to capture a lot of the upside growth into things that end up popping up like mushrooms, okay? Now, obviously, remember I said most, not all. You had Solana. Solana's, I guess, anti-Ethereum. But yeah, that's one Solana, man. If you go and pick up all the other anti-Ethereum stuff, the anti and the non-Ethereum stuff, your odds are low. Like, yeah, there's like 100 of them. Okay, you got your Casper, you got your Solana. There's very, very, very few. Like Polkadot's one of the failed ones, and there's so many others, okay? So this is just like one filter we can apply. But that's also why we now have to think, okay, in this bull market, what are we looking at now in, say, what are we looking at now in the rankings of the top 100? What what can we be looking at to kind of looking through all these names? What can we filter out from a lot of these coins that will help us at least be bigger, have higher upside? And obviously, I've given you a lot of the edge, right? Number one, don't buy it on a CEX. You want to buy it on a DEX. Okay, that was point number one. Yes, that was the whole piece of the edge information. I've got to repeat it to you guys. It's so important. I've got clips and stuff coming out over time just to remind everyone. So yeah, number one, if you have to be able to buy it on a DEX. Avoid it on CEX. On average, okay? Because obviously you're front running retail, even more retail, lazy retail. They want to buy stuff just on the CEX. You get it on a DEX. You've learned how to use that, okay? And then obviously, what's number two? Number two is active community, okay? So if we go through a lot of this stuff, how active are a lot of these communities up here in this top 100, which we don't even want to touch top 100 coins, by the way, you know? A lot of them, you know, they're all right, like Chart, you're trying to turn around, but you have a different filter now. You have a different filter, like Craptos. Do you even have a community, right? Stellar, all these others, right? OKEX coin. So you can start to move these, like the graph. I know they have tech and stuff, but do you have a community? Do you have people who are memeing? Do you have people who are memeing for you? That's most important, okay? Number three, edge, was information asymmetry. That's the tougher part, right? So do you have a key piece of information? Can you figure out something just by like learning and researching that the average person doesn't know? And obviously the biggest, most important one is obvious in PulseChain lands, because we can see visually 170,000 ETH. That's one. Another big piece of information is, you know, the Coinbase customers and the easy swapping between, say, Bitcoin wallets straight into base chain, like meme coins and everything else that they're going to do on Coinbase. That's number two. Number three is just like front, and third information asymmetry I give for you is front running KOLs. And I use me as an example because I don't know anybody else like me who's like just shooting up in terms of popularity and stuff, and everyone's and just growing in terms of growth and doing the research for me. So if they're growing, where's the research of like this long-term vision and stuff? It's more like, oh, here's the new narrative, which you all know everyone gets pumped and dumped on and gets destroyed. Okay, so you could front run KOLs, be like, okay, you know, maybe you don't like Pikachu fans, maybe you started with Bulbasaur, okay? And yes, there are people out there, their first Pokemon they started with Bulbasaur, but personally, I was a Charmander guy, okay? And obviously, I love Pikachu. I got the Pikachu, the yellow version. That's right, when Pikachu follows you around on Pokemon. So you might not like, you might want to be a Bulbasaur guy, but you know what? You'd be like, my friend Sommi, like, he likes Pikachu. And Pika on PulseChain, for example, is just one representation of it. Now, obviously, we're tongue in cheek, we're having fun there. Okay, we're going to play some nice actual pump music. Pump for Trump as well. Pump for Trump. Okay, please, sirs, please pump our bags. As I'm playing to you right now, live, Ethereum is friends, has just touched 3,200. Okay, so this is exactly what we want to see. Thank you. Hopefully it continues. We need it back above like 4,000. Okay, so we got quite a while ago. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I went through those three information asymmetries. Now, if you have any other big ones, whatever they are, just throw them out, the ideas, because these are ones I can tell you. These are like big picture, big free money, big themes. There are so many out there. Trust me, there are so many out there. But the problem is they're not going to tell me and you. They won't tell me and you. All right, because people don't want me and you to win. That's it. And most information asymmetry, only like between 1 and 100 people can know. That's it, because otherwise too many people front run. So the ones I've given you now, they're actually huge. They're the biggest. They're the ones I just thought of. They just came to me. And I'm trying to think about any others. If you have any others, like, you got to know people around. You know, for example, you don't know, like, let's say you know somebody, maybe she's a girl, maybe she's dating someone in Polkadot. You know, maybe someone who's higher up in Polkadot, and like, you know, she knows that Polkadot is going to do a $500 million alt season in the next like few months or something. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, she knows that. If you were able to tell me, or maybe the information's out there, because no one's as transparent as Richard Hart, by the way. That's the sad part. Okay, they keep all this information. But if you knew that, then you and I'd be like, okay, what are the altcoins out there? Can we just go make an altcoin ourselves? Someone here go make. How do we even distribute it? I don't know. But we like, if everyone's going to go buy scams, if we make the altcoins, we'll just distribute it to ourselves, and that's it. Just to give you an idea of something we can do like that. But these things are rare. They won't tell you in advance. And a lot of these things, I'll be honest, a lot of these, like, you know, the big stuff and big season, just to let you know, they are timed with the market. So you'll find that the Telegram and the Polkadot and all of them, they happen at the same time. And it's only in mania mode. It's only in mania mode. For example, I remember I told you Avalanche had a whole season in 2021. And also, friends, as I am pausing to do this, I just saw that someone has mentioned that the gunman is now dead, apparently. The government is now dead. So, I mean, like, there's no benefit to any of this anyway. So, good. You can rot in hell, you scam, and hope you never come back. And friends, I'm just going to take a moment as well just to think about, man, it was so close, friends. I know I keep saying it, but man, talk about a black swan. Talk about a black swan that we just missed. Oh, man. Speaking of black swans, friends, you remember the zombie virus as well. A lot of people, I mean, before I had this fluffy microphone, and it was just me in my squeaky chair, my very, very straight posture, you know there was a zombie virus time, right? Now, when this happened, okay, I got very bullish on our careers, you and I, for the next 8 years. Why? Because when we went to the top of this bull and then this bear market, when we went here, okay, see here, when we went to our bear market 2022, everybody, all they were talking about was the word black swan. That's all they were talking about. And I know, friends, before the zombie virus, before the zombie virus, your friend Sommi, so I was researching stocks, Warren Buffett. This was like, way before crypto, okay? Like, like 5 years before crypto. I knew from all my research that you can go back, you can find the black swans in the stock market. For example, I can show you one of the biggest ones. You can see that there was a giant one, the 1987 stock market crash. There's documentaries about this, okay? You can go back to 1987 and you can see there's this 1 month where everything just literally went to zero. Now, you gotta remember, this is devastating for stocks. This is literally freaking game over, okay? No one has ever, this is one month stuff. And you went down, bang, 35% down in a month. This is literally, imagine that's crypto dropping, just like that stock. Yeah, it's crypto dropping 80%. It's like our black swan, okay? Now, here's the thing. Everybody thought during this time they were ushering in the new depression. They really did. I watch all the documentaries of all the traders back at the CME on the floor. I still remember what this one scene, right? This one dude, because they're all trading bonds and all this stuff, you know what I mean? Like just punting, like what I used to do, trading futures. And he said he went out and he went and got a sandwich after this, like there was a giant crash day, the enormous crash just wiped out everybody. People now pretty much, they just lost all their money, right? Because they had no stops. They got liquidated. And he said he went out to the cafe. He just like took a bite of his sandwich and he was just thinking to himself like, man, all these people around, they have no idea what just happened. And we're about to have like one of the worst depressions of all time. It's going to usher in the next Great Depression. So that's really, really, that's crazy to think about, right? And all of that was from a black swan. All of that from this. Now, here's the interesting part, friends. Look what happens next. There was no black swan. And trust me, whenever every year happened after 1987, whenever we went up, okay, everyone, all they were thinking about was that. All they were thinking about was that actual black swan. That's all they were ever talking about. Now, I don't even know what happened here. This might have been, I think, this is long-term capital management dropping. I think they got liquidated and then they had to cut rates. Long-term management capital, I think it was that 1998, where it's basically just a bunch of like 200 PhD dudes got into a company, and I'm not joking, they did something like 200x leverage, or like something ridiculous, like 20,000x leverage. I'm not joking, like something ridiculous number on bonds. And they were basically like fading like a 20-tick range. It was like the most ridiculous thing ever, and then just blew out like 1,000 ticks or something. And just literally, it went so bad that the US Fed, they had to cut rates, basically emergency, because of these guys blow up. It would literally be like, 3AC, friends? It would be like, it would be like, not 3AC, I'm trying to think. Imagine we found out that, who was the biggest back in the day, 2018. Imagine we found out BitMEX was like 25% of the entire open interest of the whole crypto market. And BitMEX employees were trading against customers and they had a big position and they were not getting up. Imagine though they had a big position against customers. It would be like that. And then they had to get liquidated. And it just sent the whole crypto market, like they just get wrecked and they're getting liquidated on the way down. And then, that would be like the US Fed coming in and be like, oh, crap, we've got to print money and do something, right? So what would our Fed be? I don't know. It'd be like funny if Tether comes in and prints money for them. Yeah, that would be the equivalent of that. We don't even have that in crypto, okay? But it's crazy. So you see, no black swan ended up coming ever after this big event. It didn't end up coming in for 12 years actually, 12 to 13 years. So you see, we had it in 2020, our zombie virus. That's why I have confidence that with our zombie virus, you can actually see it right here. You see this big snap down, this thing, 34%. I am quite confident that, look, friends, we can obviously have drawdowns, but I'm quite confident that we're not going to see this big nasty thing Like, man, we're covered until like all the way this period. These things are truly once every 10 to 20 year type stuff. Not even 10 years. It's not even 10 years. They're so devastating. It's not even that. You know, another Black Swan we had was in 2008. So think about that. From 2008, the GFC, it went to 2020. So 12 years. Okay. So now, because I knew this, but that's why I always see in crypto, everyone's like, oh, Black Swan, we're going to wake up every day with like minus 50% drop. So, well, if you're curious, by the way, why do they only come so sparingly? How come they don't just keep happening? You would think that the market, now that it's jittery, it stays jittery every year. But no, it's not actually that. It's crazy. It's because you've taught the excessive risk tail guys, you've taught them what can happen to the worst case. You've shown them, okay? It's literally like somebody who's a drink driver, right? In front of their eyes, they watch a drink driver, like just, you know, take out a whole family and just do something like just and murder people, okay? And then that person is like, oh my God. And then they watch that drink driver literally get publicly hung, capital punishment. So then that person watching it, he's probably like, you know what? I'm going to think twice about, so here's the thing. He'll still drink drive, but he'll even know to himself, he goes, you know what? Because, you know, you can't stop everyone from doing everything. He'll still drink drive. Unfortunately, you should never do that, of course. But he'll probably be like, you know what? I'm only going to drink drive, you know, on like a Tuesday night. No one's on the road and in the back streets. I'm not going to drink drive on the main road and stuff, you know. So they still end up breaking the law. That's why they still end up coming once in a while, okay? So that's pretty much the mindset of how everything is working together in the background. That's why, so people always ask me, why isn't Black Swan? I don't like, you never know, but this is actually what's explaining all this, the chaotic stuff and how people are learning in real time. That's what we have to do with crypto, right? Always update your information because people are learning in real time. That's markets, and they're adjusting stuff as things play out. Now, friends, I actually have the total altcoin dominance. This is pure dominance, okay? The pure dominance is others dominance, okay? So the others dominance is exactly what it is. And it's just interesting, right? Because I have it here. I should actually write it down here. So we just say others dominance. So it's literally the others BTC ratio. This is the dominance number for it. But look at this interesting. Look where I started. I actually I left this from ages ago. Look at this, from back in May. I just left it like that. That's what it looked like. I just got the fractal, one of the fractals, and I just left it. And look at this. It was just a V down. That's crazy, man, friends. Look, it's exactly where we are. That's nuts. So I'm hoping that we do continue. I'll change to some green action, right? I'm hoping we continue up. And then as you can see, right, because this is only one of the fractals, okay? You can see how it's very pronounced. Altseason 1, Altseason 2, okay? And yeah, if we peak out, it would be like, you know, around December. And if it goes again next year, July, August. But we don't know. Stress to you, I don't know if this one's going to be 2 waves again. 2016 and 2020 were 2 waves. Okay, so they were like this. There was 2 waves. And yes, the constituents of those waves, the beneficiaries, if you will, of those alt seasons that were different in each wave. Very important. In 2017, a lot of it was the same. There was a lot of crossover, but there was only 100 to 200 coins back then to choose from. Now, there's too many things happening when our crypto bull market happens. As you guys see, for example, like NFTs continued at the end of 2021. So I'll just show you again on that chart. Just so you know, right? So this was more DeFi 2.0. You had Hex here. You had NFTs. You had Olympus DAO. Okay. You even had Phantom and Solana moving still here. Okay. But here you didn't. Here you had everything stopped here pretty much. 95% of coins stopped at this first one. You had XRP peaks out here. Doge peaks out here. All right. You had many other things peak out. 90% of altcoins, they just peaked out that first wave. Okay. Now, friends, I'm going to give you a quick update as well. In light of the recent Donald Trump events, I've gone to Orange Man Good on PulseChain, and it's had this sweep up, bang, 34%. So, man, that was a close call. All right, that was a close call. Okay, so it's up here, 2.2 million market cap. But, friends, if you want to like see what's going on, I saw someone out here on Twitter, but I don't know what have you been watching for the past months? Like, dude, are you this thing is up 137x. Literally, it went up 137x. This is the chart. This is OMG against PLS, okay? And they're actually crying. It's down 66%. Bro, like, have you ever seen a crypto chart before? You know 80 to 90% can like happen in 2 seconds. Do you know how thin the liquidity is? And it takes time for this stuff to rinse out. So, you know, it's interesting as well. I know you shouldn't just go off daily charts, but it's flipping green on that daily super trend. But daily super trends, you can't really rely on them too much. But it is short-term time stuff. So Orange Man Good is like, you know, I think the dev is Big Brain DeFi. So it's not exactly Tangang, but it's people who like, you know, theming around, memeing around, and there's a lot of crossover and stuff here and there. So it's obviously Politify related, but not just. Okay, OMG friends is also, if you rearrange OMG, you get MOG. So it's Orange Man Good. It's MOG encoded, and it is what it is. Just everyone having fun. That's pretty much what you're here for crypto, right? Hey, I want a coin to go up. Okay, you're having fun. Okay, just like in everything else. Okay, so not financial advice, but if we see Trump fever kick into overdrive, and what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go and check out the Politify sector in CoinGecko. So you'd have to type in Politify. Man, that's crazy. Up to $1 billion market cap. Man, that's insane, man. You got $1 billion market cap for Politify, like politically themed coins, bro. What's going on here? Oh, look at these, friends. Look at Marga. The biggest Marga coin is up 26%. Look at this, 33%. 1 hour, it's up 30%. Market's reacting, man. Market's reacting. Donald Trump survived assassination. Bang. They now support it. And by the way, why do they do that? Why do they do this, friends? Most likely as well, Elon Musk. You see that Elon Musk tweet? Okay. Funny, it's live before, friends. Before we even got the live. So I know I'm recording this for you live, but you see it all in one stream. It's funny, right? Before the Elon Musk news comes out, you get to see me say, hey, I have to pay close attention to this. Elon Musk saying, I fully endorse this president, and Elon's got 185 million eyeballs. Like, he's basically like, and Donald Trump didn't need any more eyeballs on him, right? But he's literally now got like, you know, the Arnold Schwarzenegger and the other dude from that movie, you know, they do the fist bumps, basically, the bicep flex together. Yeah, it's basically like, yeah, we've joined teams. I support you. I endorse you. And that's just breathed life into Donald Trump. And of course, what are ramifications for that? What are the ramifications for that during our alt season? Maybe more Trump orange stuff. Maybe people love the color orange more Trump stuff. Elon Musk likes it, right? It was Dogecoin last season, right? I wonder if it's going to be Trump and Peppy stuff now, by the way. Remember your friend Sommi, he made my video a year ago, right? The Peppany, the Trumpening. You have the Ribbeting. Remember the Ribbeting, friends? I know there's still stuff on the discount as well. I can even show you as well. Like, a lot of things are just being butchered, but, you know, here we go. Landwolf. Still in that range zone. Obviously, I can put on a log chart and just make everything look nicer. You can that, but who cares about that? Okay, so this is pretty much, it's still accumulating sideways on a range chart. I don't want to waste my time with the a lot of the vampires, but actually, I'll show you. I mean, what I've got to lose. I just want to show you one of the vampire ones, friends. Wow, it's actually down another 14% overnight. Okay, crazy. Wild times, friends. This is one of the scam wolves. Look at this. It's down to 22 million market cap. So, just to let you know, friends, okay, a lot of people sold the real OG Landwolf. They sold the real OG Landwolf to go buy this thing up here. And, like, friends, people in the Telegram chat for Landwolf, right, it's 0x9C, ends in 615, the Divine Plan. People were sharing a lot of the posts, like, hey, this guy, there's actually a lot of, it's funny, there's a lot of PulseChain community people in there, but they made the wrong move. Like, bro, you lost 80% of your money in like a month. Like, that's just crazy, man. Like, you heard about this coin, you heard about the concept from me, you heard about me talking about it multiple times. I told you, I'm not a little soy boy bitch. I'm not going and moving to a vampire. I'd rather watch something go to zero than go join a vampire with this weird distribution where they own all the coins. And after hearing all of that, they go, you know what? Screw Sommi. I'm going to go FOMO by the top of this while selling the other one. Like, I don't know, man. It's up to you. Your money, free world. But I'm just telling you now, man, that sucks. Bang, bang. 80%. Now, obviously, there's 80% corrections are in the game. It's just the thing is, man, the distribution of this is really thin. So, look, I do honestly, from the bottom of my heart, friends, I wish everybody the best out there. Just, it's a tough game. I'm just showing you, yes, this is one of the 14 vampire attacks on Landwolf as well. Now, here's the thing. There's a Landwolf on Solana as well. And, you know, it's got big KOL names, here, like some weird names. I'm like, bro, You're meant to have thousands of Bitcoin. Why are you in this? No, we're just here today. So, oh man, look, I wouldn't even call other chain stuff vampires. It's weird. It's it depends. Almost like we're like gangs. We're like gangs, and like everybody's dealing illicit substances. But like, you know, like you stay over that side of the bridge, and we'll stay here, and we don't compete with each other. You know what I mean? It's just like, people live here. It's exactly what's happening with these coins. Like, okay, you got the other thing over there, whatever. And you're basically just a function of the users on that. And everybody's just, like settlement stuff, cities. It's just crazy how it's working out. And so it is what it is. But look, if you want to know as well, friends, you've been watching my videos. It's all coming down to the community, okay? You need that active community. Remember the edges I went through? You need an active community, okay? So I don't know. I like my community. I've got a fluffy microphone, and I know the dev's cooking. I know there's going to be continuously more memes, friends. We even made, I've got to show you, right? Just to show you the friendship. And I've got this picture as well, friends. Like, look at this meme, man. They have a Donald Trump wig for this Landwolf. This is the real OG Landwolf. This is that one. This is that one that's like 4 to 5 minute market. It's cheaper. It's cheaper. They're all coming from there, man. Like, you're going to the source of everyone out here. So it is what it is. Also, the Telegram as well. The Telegram is still growing members. It's still growing members. It's still cranking on. Okay. So also, I've written here, right? They tried to assassinate Donald Trump, but he's bounced back. Now we rev the Ribbeting Thesis into overdrive. Pepe is a Trump-encoded movement, and so is the family. So yeah, man. I know it's crazy navigating this world of news events and how everything's playing out, and then you're just trying to make like portfolio decisions from that. I know it's really tough, but it is what it is, man. Once this cycle's done, friends, you're gonna look back and be like, oh, okay, it was so obvious. No, it wasn't so obvious, man. It wasn't so obvious, was it? Otherwise everyone would do it. But there we go. So hopefully Donald Trump continues to make a speedy recovery, and the crypto markets continue to be our friend as well. I just want to quickly, one last peek at the Politify theme, friends, coins. A lot of Politify coins are some sweep ups. MAGA, Trump, wow. So all the Trump mania, everything with Trump has now spiked up. And everything else, Joe Biden is still wrecked. Joe Biden's still wrecked. So, oh man, it's going to be quite the story to tell in a few years. We're like, oh, remember that year, 2024? Oh man, that's crazy. So here we go. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button all. Catch you guys in the next one.